Sure, abuti honestly.
What I want to say, today we're going to speak about Joshlin and where I think Joshlin is and what really happened, and telling you stuff that you're not aware of because we thought we were going to be called as witnesses. It's obvious now that these people have no interest to call us as witnesses. They have their own agenda. And no one in South Africa was more closer to this case than us. And you'll hear tonight, but I want you to make up your own mind. I want you to make up your own mind. I'm going to give you all the facts and you make up your mind. I'm going to give everyone the whole facts that you've never heard. And I'm going to deal with issues. There's 4 different ways that I'm going to deal with issues. I'm going to speak about the cops. I'm going to speak about the mayor of Saldanha. I'm going to speak about the Democratic Alliance. I'm going to speak about politics in the case. I'm going to speak about the cops. I'm going to speak about what happened to Joshlin according to our investigation. And I'm going to speak about where I think Joshlin is. I'm going to so you must share this life so that I speak my truth. So that you can hear how far the case is, what's happening. And the reason why we haven't said some stuff yet is because we thought we were going to talk at court. And we thought that we're going to be called in court, but we see people are pushing their own agenda. So the truth must come out tonight. I will start right from the beginning. But I want everybody to make up their own mind. I don't want to put ideas in your head. I'm going to speak on the behalf of me and my team. Eddie, Divan, Vicky, Procky, Tai Boy, Habibi. These are guys that was there every day. So I'm giving you all the facts about Joshlin. But I want everyone here, and I'm going to repeat it. I'm giving you the facts. And you make up your own mind. So I'm going to tell you what we think, where's Joshlin, who saw Joshlin, who's involved. I'm giving you everything tonight. Because people think they can just lie about you. And I'm also going to tell you the lies that has already been told in court. And one that says, no lie has been told. I'm still willing, as a citizen and a leader in South Africa, I'm still willing to come and testify. Everything I'm saying here, I'm willing to go say in a court of law. The judge has the power to subpoena me. And I will not say no. I will come, but I want to start by telling you this thing is big. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to show you why I'm saying there's powerful people behind the scenes. And I also want you to know that you thought we're just looking for Joshlin. This is bigger than Joshlin. this is bigger than Joshlin. But Joshlin is the window into what's happening when it comes to the children in South Africa that gets missing. Let me start at the beginning. We have, before I go to the beginning, we have been accused. We have been asked to make statements that a charge has been opened against us of kidnapping. One. Second charge that is now before the prosecuting authority to see if they are going to charge us. We've given our side of the story, all of us. We've given statements. We are now waiting to see, are they going to charge us? We've given our statements to our lawyers. Ayanda has opened a case of kidnapping against us. And another charge is that we have interfered. Excuse me. So it is now before the court, before the prosecuting authority to see, are they going to prosecute us? Now I'll tell you something. That's the last part. Now I'm going to the first part. How did I get involved in the Joshlin Smith case? I was having lunch with Rob Hersoff in some place near Saldanha. We were just having lunch. While I was having lunch, the councillor of Saldanha, the PA councillor of Saldanha, is Vernon Frachom, called me and said, can he see me and come and brief me about a child that's missing because her mother is a member of the Patriotic Alliance. I said, that's fine. Come brief me. When he came, my lunch just finished with Rob Hersoff, and I said to him, sit down, have something to eat, what's happening? He's telling me this child is missing. He says, Press, this child is missing. And this child's mother is a member of the Patriotic Alliance. I said, really? I said, okay, I'm going to have a meeting here, another meeting. I will join you guys this afternoon to come and help you search for the child. I went to join him. The afternoon I got there, they were searching for the child. I didn't join them to search. I was sitting in my vehicle. And he said to me, he's bringing the mother. That's the first time in my life I saw Kelly. Kelly came and she just said, my president. She just came and she said, my president. She hugged me and everyone was looking at us, and I said to her, no, jump in the car. We will speak in the vehicle. She jumped in the car and we sat there, and she said to me, my child is missing. I said, who's got your child? She said to me, it is the black people there in the squatter camp. I said, huh? She said, it's the black people in the squatter camp. They have my child. And I start chatting to her, and she's like, let's just drive around. And she just wanted to get away. I said, no, man, don't you think we should help to search? She said, no, let's just drive around. I wasn't about to leave the scene because I want to know if those black people, as she say, as a child, I need to be here to make sure that there's no violence. Next moment, I started chatting to her. But the more I chat to her, I get this feeling that everything about this person is not the actions of a mother that has just lost a child. But I'm like, trauma makes people act different. Trauma makes people act different. So I said, no, man, it's time. Let's just drive around. Let's be cool, me and you. I realized there's something here that is not making sense to me. I then said to her, no, it's fine. Let me, and she said, no, I must still go to the police station. I said, you go to the police station. I'm going to remain behind and search. I stayed behind. I couldn't leave. I just couldn't leave the fact that I don't know where that child is. Next moment, we're searching, but then we're hungry. We haven't had dinner, but people are still searching. I then said to Divan, go to KFC and buy, I think, 30 or so barrels of food for all the people that's searching here. Because we can't eat and leave these people here. When the people were eating, I said, listen, I have to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I came back the next day to come and help look for Joshlin. We start searching, and then somebody came to me and said, no, they saw somebody walking with Joshlin to they call this thing, I want to get the right name. It's like a dam there. He said the person walked in that direction. I then said, where's the cop? Then the cop came. I said, listen, this man has information. Can you go and see? The cop, there's a white man I met. He was the cop. The man was, let me go and see. Next moment, this gentleman, the cop, I don't see urgency in him. Because this is the first 48 hours to 120 hours. But I don't want to judge him. Next day, the cop is nowhere to be found. I'm still searching. But I'm friends with Kelly that time. By then, I didn't tell no one except Divan and Eddie and my guys. I called them the evening. I said, listen, I don't care what you guys see, but this woman knows something that she's not telling us. Then she told me about Nigerians that took the child. I'm like, Nigerians? The other day, you said it was black people. Today is Nigerians, but I leave her. I keep her close to me. I confront the cop. I said, sir, can I ask you a question? Is this your first missing person child that you have investigated? He said to me, no, there was another child that was missing, but that person died. So I said, so this is your second one? And the first one passed on. He said, yeah, they found the body or something like that in Saudana. I said, fine. I keep on looking for this child. I keep on looking for this child. Now I'm obsessed with this case. Like, I don't want to go home. We're looking for this child. We're following up leads. We're looking for this child. We're looking for the child. But there's only 2 policemen I've seen. So I asked myself, where's the cops while we're looking for this baby? Where's the cops? I don't see the cops. You see 2, and then they drive again, then they come back, then they're there. But there's That's not an operation, if you understand what is an operation. When a child gets missing and the community is searching, there must be operation that directs us what to do as the community. We were just looking for the child, we were going there, we are falling up on leads. We were told there's a grave there. When we see we just see soil, we will open up. We'll open those soil thinking the child is there. We look for that child on every day, every single day. We look for that child. We didn't leave. People were coming. The NCC political party came to help. The DA members came to help. Everybody was helping. There was there's no politics. I remember different parties. Marius Fransman's party came. We were all together. There was no that this is a PA thing or this is a ANC. Even the ANC was helping us to look. So we start to look, we can't find this child. I talked to the cop. The cop is like, yeah, no, can't find this child. I'm following up some leads. But he doesn't give me confidence. I'm thinking like, well, gee, who are you to expect him to give you confidence? Maybe he's not sharing with you. I leave him. But I'm disturbed by how nonchalant these people are regarding the child. This white cop that testified first. Next moment, I'm thinking, why is the mayor and the local people, the police station, people are not really searching for the child. It's the community. Even when I go home to sleep, the community continues to search. When I come in the morning, the community is still searching. Now, it happens so that people would leave the house without eating because I now become the guy that would get the food. The people never asked me for food. I was the one offering the food. So I start every day, we'll get people to make food. People will make soup. Other people will make soup of the different parties. We were just one big happily family looking for this child. Pastor Liu and Umbiza and everyone, Shakes. And then I start talking to Shakes because I see she's obsessed with finding this child. Shakes tell me, yo, I don't understand. The same things that Sheikh testified in the court, she started telling me some of those stuff. On, I think it was the 6th or 7th day, they say the case, we see a letter now. This is where it gets interesting. We get a letter that said from the mayor of Saldanha. The letter says, I posted the letter, it says, the cops have stopped the investigation. The cops stopped the investigation, and as the cops stopped the investigation, they're not going to look for Joshlin anymore. He's asking the province, which is Ellen Wendy and Jordan E. Lewis and them, to send him the backup to look for the child. I'm like, what? Where have you ever heard the cops stop the investigation after 6 days? This is wrong. This can't be. I will never allow this. The whole community is looking to Gayton, Mckenzie. What are we going to do? Mothers are crying. I heard the cops are not going to look for Joshlin. I said, don't worry, I'm not going to leave. People are asking me, are you leaving us? Are you also going to leave? I said, no, I'm not going to leave. I promise you. You know the worst part? I was so accused of being in politics. PA work stood still. PA work. There was no, Gayton must go there. I was focused on this case every day. We would be up until 3 o'clock. We'll get tips. We'll follow up leads. We do all those things. Now this is where it gets very interesting. The cops, the municipality of Saldanha municipality, this is a government institution, write a letter, this is number one, writes a letter saying the investigation has been stopped. The province, the whole province, are now saying they are also going to send investigators, which they did. They're also saying they are sending rubber boats, which they did. I'm like, wow, this is so good what the DA is doing. The DA government is really helping. We saw the rubber boats. Although it wasn't the amount they say they're sending, but I said, Umbiza, stop complaining. At least they sent some. I thought, I've got a little bit of money. I must also help. I then said, guys, let us get also people in to come and assist. All of those things. I said, let me just get the cops to hear what do they need, the cops that is coming to us. What do they need? I'll pay for the helicopters. I'll pay for whatever they want. I'll pay for. But this child must be found. We are running against time. The next moment, we got a tip of Joshlin is somewhere, but we needed dogs. I asked for dogs. They said the dogs are sleeping. This was 3 o'clock in the morning. They said the dogs are sleeping. We can't wake the cops. The dogs up there sleeping. I was like, what is happening here? Who is hiding something here? What is truly going on here? You stopped the investigation. You don't want to give us. That moment I realized the cops don't want to help. I then said, from now on, I don't care how much money I spend. I'm going to find Joshlin. I spoke to many people that I know can help. Can you bring your helicopter? Can you bring this? We're going to look for Joshlin. After that, I started making statements about Joshlin. I started writing to, who did I write to? I think I wrote, did I write to the president or did I write to the, can't remember, I'll just check my records. I write to say, we want 10. I said to the people, but when this dog issues is sleeping, we are live. We tell people what's happening. So this is not the first time people hear about dogs that were sleeping. I became so obsessed with this Joshlin thing. I come home, my daughters would ask me, did you find her? I walk in the mall, people, did you find her? We look for Joshlin. We look for Joshlin. We get a WhatsApp one day that Joshlin is being driven from Cape Town. I go live. I make every patriotic alliance member go on the highway trying to search for Joshlin. That time is the intelligence that is now talking to Divan and my guys and talking to us. The intelligence. They telling us, no, you see, there's fights. There's too many cops here. We don't like those ones. Then the infighting. No, sorry, before the infighting. Then we have a meeting with the community. In the meeting with the community, the DA also calls a meeting. We've already called our meeting. Next moment, Becky Trele also has a meeting. We hear Becky Trele is coming. The National Commission of Police then come, Becky Trele, to me. We're sitting there on the bakkie. We have our meeting. He has his meeting. The DA has a meeting. But nobody goes to the meeting of the DA. Nobody goes to the meeting of Becky Trele. No one. The meeting, the people come to my meeting. Next moment, my meeting, Becky Trele comes. He comes with an ANC councillor. The people didn't want Becky Trele to speak at my meeting, standing on my bakkie. I said to the people, stop it. We must respect the cops. Let us listen to Mr. Becky Trele. Mr. Becky Trele at least came here. Becky Trele then tells me, Minister Becky Trele then, he says to me, Minister, this is a lie. We've never closed the case. We've never closed the case. Do you have proof that these people said the case? I take out the letter. I said, here's the letter. Becky Trele says, no, but you are lying to the mayor of Beaufort. He says to him, you are lying. While we are standing there by my bakkie, this is not the truth. Where did you get? The mayor became like red in the face. The minister confronts him. Who said the case is closed? I said, Minister, I don't care if you guys close this case. I will not stop looking. He says to me, you have my word. We are going to bring reinforcements. I said, thank you, Minister. Thank you, Minister. Reinforcements. The mayor couldn't answer when he was asked. So I look at the mayor. So all of a sudden, people want to know, what do you know? What do you know? How far are you with the investigation? The cops are starting to ask us, how far are you with the investigation? I'm like, what is happening here? This one cop comes to me, a colored cop. He says to me, how many protectors do you have here? I said, 3. I'm lying to him, because what does he got to do with my protectors? I said, I only have 3 protectors here. Who are they? I said, but why are you asking me this question? He says, no, we just want to make sure that the commissioner is not in trouble here. We want to know who can carry guns. I said, no, I only have 3 here. But I'm lying to him. So I tell my guys, it's 10-3-3. 3-3. I point Divan, I point Brocky, and I think Lalo was together. I make Vicky and the other guy jump in another car. Next moment, and we're going to search for Joshlin. The cops are going for. After they came to our bakkie, after we spoke nicely, the cops are going for Divan and them. They arrest them. They arrest Divan, Eddie, I think, and Brocky. They take them to the police station. They say, what have we done? No. Just bring your and they take the guns. Now, I can't have protectors with no guns. I can't have protectors with no guns. So then I'm like, oh, they want me to leave Saldana. So without bodyguards, I can't walk around here in the middle of the night without protectors. So they took the guns. They just locked them up, just kept them for 4 hours in the police station. So now I'm like, something big is happening here. Next moment, people say, I take Kelly. I take Kelly to Spur, start giving. So I check Kelly's phone, says her phone is not working. I'm like, what? I buy Kelly a new phone so that we can trace, the cops can trace her and whatever. I buy Kelly a phone. I give Kelly money. I'm winning Kelly's favor. I'm now seeing that Kelly dominates Buddha. Kelly dominates Buddha totally. I'm close to them. They start telling me stuff. I'm the one that Kelly was like close to now. By then, I'm 100% sure this woman knows where Joshlin is. I'm trying to follow. The cops then took them away and booked them in a guest house. Not us, the cops with the municipality. They booked them in a guest house. I'm like saying to my guys, that is good. Maybe they're recording them there. They're recording them. So now we don't have our firearms. But Vicky's got his firearm. And Tyler and Habibi, they still have their firearms because I told the protector of Becky, no, those are the guys. But this protector is not a protector that is a policeman. That when the minister comes, he was guarding the minister there. So I can't say he's his bodyguard for sure. Fine. Now we're sitting, guys. Somebody's trying to get us off this case. Kelly then start talking stuff. And every time there's a new suspect that is the case, telling me this. Kelly's giving me addresses to go and search for Joshlin. Fine. Next week, Beckett Kelly really sent 720 cops. 720 cops. They come, they look for Joshlin, they look for Joshlin, they look for Joshlin. There's boats, there's everything, the cops. Now I'm thinking, but why don't you take action against the people that set up the cops? Why is the DA now silent? Now you have the police from the Western Cape, you have the cops of Bekele, you have the local Sadana police, you have the intelligence. They start fighting. They start fighting with each other. Now the ones that's close to us is telling us, no, this ones you mustn't give them information. But everybody wants information from us. By then we think we're working with the cops. So one day I can't keep my eyes open. Tivan said, no, I must go sleep. I go sleep. Tivan said, he's not sleeping. As I'm sleeping, I just slept. Tivan comes and he knocks on the door. He says, Mckenzie, boss. I'm like, yes, what's up, Tivan? He says, the cops are looking for you. They have a problem. I said, what's the problem? He says, they found the grave of Joshlin and they're about to dig it, but the community does not want to leave. The community told him they are not leaving. He says, we are sure Joshlin is at that grave. I said, fine, let me go. I was so tired. I haven't slept for 3 days. I was holding my eyes like this to keep it open. But I left Cape Town. I go back to Saldanha. I go to the garage. There's a garage there, engine. There's a colored lady working there. I buy all the chips, all the cold drinks. I buy that shop. I buy everything in the shop. And I go to the people. I said, luister mense, let's eat, but you have to listen to the cops. You guys must go home now. I'm instructing you as your leader. Those people didn't argue. The people of Middle Post will tell you the truth. They didn't like what I said. I said, let the cops please go home. I will keep you informed what is happening. I told them, Biza, I said, you don't leave. Go sleep in your car.
Beautiful pages, beautiful pages. So this is another one of those interesting opening session where the president just opens up, come up. Or the president had assumed that he'd originally be a state witness. He thought that he would be called to be a state witness in the Joshlin Smith case, the young girl who's been missing for over a year in the Saldanha Bay area. This is one case that we all saw that Gayton Mckenzie was very highly involved in, very highly attached to. As we saw all over social media, went all above, interviewing people, talking to people, question to find out what is happening, where is Joshlin Smith. And in all this time, we saw that Gayton Mckenzie was very, very serious about finding the young girl against all odds, while other groups of people didn't see it like that. While other groups of people did not go out there and look for the young girl using all of their resources, especially the state. The DA person as well, who kept coming up and trying to get Gayton Mckenzie arrested. Some people really do play dirty politics. They really do play dirty politics. When a child is missing, why is it you trying to score political points by getting somebody arrested and saying that he kidnapped you? So that is one of the things that bother me the most. Why would somebody just all of a sudden now say somebody kidnapped another person to the police station? So a lot of things in this are beginning to be revealed to all of us. And we never really expected it. We never really thought that so much had been happening behind the scenes. From the DA people, from the police. Always suspected that this mother is the one who gave away his daughter, her daughter, sold her away. If you listen to this, one thing keeps coming up. That is the same as the witnesses that have already been on the stand in this Joshlin's case. You find times where they will say that the mother did not look to be shaken. The mother was just so happy. The mother kept saying that the child is taken by so and so. Next moment is so and so. Next moment is then so and so. This goes to show that Kelly Smith is not talking the truth at all about the whereabouts of her daughter. Her young innocent daughter that is out there somewhere in the world crying for the mother. Wondering, where is my mother? Why am I here all alone? Those are some of the things that are very, very scary. That a mother can give away their own daughter, not really care what is happening with their daughter, and then also be more concerned about the boyfriend and the most useless of stuff, but not her daughters. This case is very, 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 very sickening, heartbreaking, and worrisome. Very, very worrisome. And then you also find that, okay, cool, these police officers, why is it that all of a sudden they would go for the protectors of Gayton Mckenzie? Shows that they were always very, very interested in finding their guns, and trying to make sure that Gayton Mckenzie can no longer be protected when he's in the Southern Bay area. That was a move that exposed their cards. Why is it that somebody that you know always has protectors? Why is it that you try and go take the guns away from them? Why try and put intimidation tactics in a leader of people? A people's leader, somebody that people are very happy to have around. Then you find that people in the government, people in the SAPS, try to intimidate them by getting their guns and making sure that these guns, the guns of the protectors, are out of their possession. No matter exactly, it will take them probably a year to get those guns back because of a lot of red tape that is happening in probably cases such as this. Wanting Gayton Mckenzie to be out of the Southern Bay area because he was exposing that they are not interested in doing their work, and he had seemed to be more interested than them. He had seemed to be doing more in a shorter period of time than them. Imagine that. Just goes to show that if you're really willing to do something, could be surprised just how much could be done. You'd be very, very, very surprised just how much could be done in that short period of time. That very short period of time. Then in other instances, you look at facts such as the time Joshlin Smith had disappeared, and when they had to now then step in to assist the police, because they'd seen that the police are wrong and citizens, all citizens of South Africa, have the privilege or ability to do a citizen's arrest. This looks more of a citizen's arrest from Gayton Mckenzie's side, where he deploys certain tactics to distract and not let the perpetrator, the suspect, the mother, the Buddha, and the other guy, not to assume that they are arresting them, but it's employing tactics. Say, I'm going to give you money, I'm going to bring you into a hotel, I'm going to do this, and then have the protectors guard these individuals. Goes on to guard these individuals because he knows that, okay, we suspect that these individuals actually did this thing. And then, because we're waiting for the police to act right with their money, we are going to pretend to be continuing to, one, be their friends, two, be trying to help them go set up somewhere. But they do not know that they're already the main suspects and they need to be kept close. That is what is most important that I've observed from this. That the mother really needed to face justice, could not just run away, could not just be allowed to run away from this crime without being called out. Kelly Smith knows where Joshlin Smith is. She knows where Joshlin Smith is, and she needs to speak out. She needs to speak out, and her daughter really needs to be found. This also shows that this case is very, very interesting. And as the president says, that this is going to open up many, many other things. Just be very, very interested to see as to that many other cases open up just by one. Because like they say, sometimes you just need one to open up a can of worms. Then from there, you will never really know just what will be uncovered. Salute patriots and South Africans in general. Munibiza, like, share, subscribe. Come back for the second part that will be following just after this one.
Nothing. Sure, I would do ownership.